My husband cheated on me. Sorry, let me start over. My wife's brother just watched her pack her own suitcase, and I need to write down how we got here. The first time was 3 years ago, back in Georgia. We were in bed and her laptop was open on the dresser, syncing. I wasn't digging. A message thread popped up in the corner from her college ex, and it was not a happy birthday thread. My whole body went cold. She cried all night, swore it never went physical, just messages that spiraled. She blocked him while I watched. She begged for counseling, so we went every Thursday for 8 months. I did the exercises. Our counselor had us list 3 things we appreciated about each other every session, and I never once had to fake mine. I said the ugly stuff out loud even when my voice shook. I chose to believe her, because that's what you do when you love somebody. Then her dream job opened up in Colorado, 1,400 miles away. I had a good crew at the plant, a fishing spot I'd worked 10 years to find, a nephew I coached on Saturdays. She had the offer that doesn't come twice. So I gave notice, sold my boat to cover the deposit, hugged my nephew in the parking lot after his last game, and drove to a state where I knew exactly one person. Her. Okay, 2. Her brother lives out there. He offered us his basement so we could save for a down payment because rents in that city are criminal. Honestly, her brother turned out to be the best thing about Colorado. He's a retired firefighter, blunt, funny in a way that ambushes you. We watch the games together. He fixes my truck without being asked and refuses gas money. He calls me brother and means it. I pull 6-day weeks at a distribution center for the house fund, and he's the one who leaves the porch light on for me, not my wife, her brother. 2 Sundays ago, I found out why my wife never leaves lights on. I was changing the oil in her car. Her phone auto-connected to the garage speaker the second she walked past the door, headed out for her trail run. She left. The phone didn't, and the notifications started reading out loud, one after another, into that echoing garage. Same voice-to-text name, the ex, the one she blocked in front of me. I sat on the concrete floor and went back through the synced messages on the car screen. Months of it. Trail runs that weren't runs. Girls' weekends with no girls. Then I hit the older messages from before we ever moved, and my stomach dropped through the floor. He'd relocated to Colorado a month before her interview. She didn't follow a job. She followed him, and I drove the U-Haul. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I finished the oil change. I torqued the drain plug to spec. Then I ate dinner alone, standing at the counter, tasting nothing. That silence inside me scared me more than rage ever has. 3 years ago, this leveled me. This time a breaker just flipped, and the whole house went quiet. She came home glowing and asked why my pillow had moved. I said my shoulder was acting up and I'd take the pull out in the storage room for a while. I needed a minute before that conversation, maybe a month of minutes. I started eating dinner upstairs with her brother instead of waiting up. On the 4th night, he muted the game and said, "You've been wrong for a week. Out with it." And it all poured out. The garage, the timeline, the 3 years. I'm not proud of dumping it on him at his own table, but he's the only friend I have in this time zone. For the record, he didn't defend his sister for 1 second. He just went very still and said, "Show me the dates." The next morning, I laid the screenshots on the kitchen counter. I watched her cycle from shock to tears to offense in about a minute flat. I checked out first, apparently. Always exhausted, always at work. I worked those hours for our house. She spent those hours with him. I said exactly that, and she had nothing. Then she realized her brother knew because he wouldn't look at her, and that's when she detonated. Our marriage was private. I was recruiting her family. Not one syllable about the man. Not one real apology. Just containment. Last night, she cornered me in the storage room with terms. Apologize for embarrassing her, stop discussing us with her brother, or be gone by Friday. Calm voice, rehearsed, holding court in her brother's house after cheating twice. The door swung open before I could answer. Her brother stood there with a socket set still in his hand. He'd heard everything. He looked straight past me at his sister and said, "My house, and he's not the one leaving." She started to argue. He ended it with one line I'll carry forever. He kept his promises in my basement. You couldn't keep yours in 2 different states. Her suitcase is by the door right now. Mine's staying.